Hey guys, hopefully you can hear me. If I start cutting out, I will have to move. But wow, check it out. You can see the colors of the red and blue Kachina. In fact, wow, you can see the Kachina right there. Ah, check it out. That would be the star Sirius that is transiting the sun. Now, I know that hey Jackie, I know that the source of light for the sun is also the same source as for the moon. They are made of water. Well, the sun, I'm sorry, I should say, is made of water, okay? And the moon emanates the solar system. It's the craziest thing. I don't understand all this yet. I just have some of the pieces. And somebody asked me how I know all of these things, and some of it I did a lot of studying. Like I saw my really great subscriber Bell. Hey Dawn, my subscriber Belle, she was studying the light today. Well, I did a lot of that for a while, just studying the light every day and watching the changes when they were happening for me. And that was the start of me trying to understand what I was seeing. And then I found Gematria, which is the Akashic Records, which is also at times interdimensional. Hi, peace to you. Interdimensional transmissions from either our future selves or from another higher being, which I resonate through my heart with the ascended beings. I have some of the masters helping me. It's really, really amazing. And we all do, okay? I'm not special. We're all ultimately the eyes of God once we reconnect to spirit. And I would like to go over it more specifically because I think it's a little vague, maybe, the style that I use. Hey, what's up, Delaney? Love you. Hey, what's up, Thoughts? Hi, Melissa. I love you. So I just wanted to quickly come on here and say it's blurry. It's not the greatest capture of the moon. The moon is quite hard to capture, especially as it's getting more and more bright as we come up the cosmic spiral as an entire whole, and also as individuals. Like, a lot of us are in the higher realms. It's really, really wild. It is a conscious thing, as Melissa can explain quite well. It is a consciousness thing. So we are not experiencing our own world. That is a teaching of Poseidon. Like the mirror image teaching is a teaching of Poseidon to back Satan up way back like 5,000 years ago when, oh no, I'm sorry, again 1,000 years ago. It was reiterated when he stole the essence of Zeus. Once Zeus left Rome, after Zeus's ruling, Zeus was one of the Holy Spirit's avatars, okay? There's a lot about Zeus, and I have a lot recorded about him and his rule, and how that was really what was spoken about in the New Testament, was actually his reign and his experiences. That is what we're reading about in the New Testament when we read about Jesus. So it's quite amazing. It's really, really amazing. I wish you could see these clouds a little better, but as you can see, they're beautiful. They look closer than ever. Did you really? That's awesome. Okay, so listen, I came on mainly to say a couple of things. I am realizing what they, quote unquote, who are they? They are the fallen serpents. They are the ones who think they're eternal, that are running this world, okay? That's who they are. They are trying to rip us apart, even at this level. It's like we think that we got a break in the madness and that we were just on our own. Well, unfortunately, some of us, like myself sometimes, have gotten really angry and really kind of volatile towards our other brothers and sisters that are on the same exact path as us. And I hope you can hear me. I'm gonna move over so I can try to get a better shot, because there's just a lot of interdimensional vapor activity going on up there. This is the vapor, and that was spoken about, you know. The wisdom of God was spoken about, stolen, placed in. The most important parts of the truth were placed in scripture so that we could see them. But they were rewritten, and some of the things were switched so that we would be condemned now. Wow, it's like a rainbow moon I can see with my eyes. Might be because I just woke up with a nap, which you could probably tell in the thumbnail. But anyway, now I'm getting comments that, well, I just got a cool comment from Rozdor that about the webs. People are noticing the webs, and I sent him to your channel. That is, if he can see my response on my community page. And my response was, yeah, I had fibers come from every cell in my body, and I'm new, I'm transformed. So I do think it has something to do with the crystalline transformation of the planet, and you know, it's happening for us from within, and it's quite crazy. You know, we've gone over a lot of that, and I need to go over a lot more, because it's like nothing else. And that's the part that's really kind of scary, you know, is to see things that you've never seen your body do before. But there's nothing to be scared of. I'm like new, and all of that has ended. Like, I don't have that happening. It basically happened until it didn't need to happen anymore. It totally revamped my entire body. God is amazing. Let me just put it that way. God is so amazing. So, okay, now I have a couple other subscribers that I believe are my brothers, and I believe that they are they're angry because they've been held back, like I am being, and that they can't get their insights out, and they can't share their insights because the insights are so good, they're always being blocked, okay? Now, I want to say, I have in the past probably misread a couple people and gotten comments that I felt like were more on a mind control basis, and I've removed them, because I feel like that's why I turned my comments off for a while. It's like, well, you know, if I work so hard on getting this out to people, and it's already so hard, and I'm already reaching so few, but so many of us are sticking around, so that's good. That's what matters, is, you know, the few of us that are awake, that we stick together. But it's been really difficult. So I have removed things that I thought were from mind control agents, and if it goes directly against my insights, like several times in a row, then I have been known to remove something, because I'm like, this is somebody that's just coming up against my channel to, you know, and I only speak truth, okay? It's not like what I believe is the truth. It's like what I know from my studies and from everything else that is the truth. I only have certain keys. I don't have the whole truth. I know many of you do. Maybe that's one reason that we're being kept apart. So, hi Effie. Hi guys. I can't see it. It's so good to have you all here. So, I'm noticing that a couple of my subscribers are now placing their comments in my feeds, in my comments section, and on my community page, and they are being what looks like removed to them when they come back to see if I responded, because you can't rely on getting a notification saying that I responded, like, you know, like we should. Like, that's a tool that we've gotten taken away from us. They come back to see that the comment is gone, but I didn't remove it, and I can see it. I can see the comment, but nobody else can see it, apparently. So this is happening quite frequently lately, and I have some people really mad at me because they think I'm removing their comments, and I'm not. I'm leaving everything there because I don't, you know, anyway, everybody deserves to have a voice. I always believe that. I don't want to censor anything. I've been highly censored. I think that's hypocritical. So anyway, that is really happening, you guys. So I just came on really quickly to say that is totally happening. And another thing is, I'm noticing on these channels that, you know, have all this traffic. Let me tell you, the numbers lie. My numbers lie. I bet I have more views than it shows. But they don't want anybody to know that my view could be popular ever. Because they want people to, they want to play psychologically on people and make them think that, no, you know, this girl's just whacked out and nobody's listening to anything she says. Well, that's not true. But the numbers are lying, okay? And then so are the comments. I'm not getting hardly any of my comments. And even when I go to check the ones that have been held back, there have been a lot there. When I do log on my PC, which I don't always have, I don't have it right now. My boyfriend is doing a school project the past week, so I haven't had it. So I haven't been able to like go on there and do my emails and do this, that, and the other. Which I noticed I only get emails from select people too. When I tell you that I'm being censored, I'm telling you it's all in every aspect of my entire life, okay? But anyway, I just want you guys to know I'm not ignoring you. I want you to know that we are still being censored worse than ever. And they're throwing things out there like, oh, after the 10th of such and such, YouTube's gonna take down content that's not monetized. I'll be darned, okay? I'll be darned. So we just really need to get on another platform. So if anybody has the knowledge about, you know, starting a new platform, I have a few ideas of, you know, not just that, but a couple of other ideas that I've been shown to where we can be sovereign finally, okay? And so if that's what the powers that be are so desperate that they want to do, then we'll figure it out. But I don't believe that that's going to take place, okay? I don't believe it. I think it's just another scare tactic, distraction tactic, whatever. But I noticed that on these other channels that have a lot of traffic, they're showing the same guys. They make their rounds, right? So I'm sure most of us have noticed that by now, but it's tough because the new guys that are just like able to stay tuned in long enough to understand what's going on, like maybe they've been working this whole time, maybe they've been whatever, maybe their process just started, whatever it might be, they're not able to, darn, this is blurry. I want to show you guys what I'm seeing. It's so very cool. But they're not, you know, they're just catching what's popular out there. And it's the Antichrist narrative. If nobody's telling you that this is the return of Jesus and that this is why all of this is happening, if they're telling you the opposite, if they're trying to get you to forget about Jesus, or even if they're not even admitting to all of this as that's what time it is, the return of Zeus, okay, then they're lying to you. And it's hard to watch. I've done some calling out. I've said this, that. I don't like to, you know, call individuals out when I can help it, because it's not good. Okay, it's not good. We have a lot of power that we don't even know about yet as God's children that have proclaimed his word. And, you know, we're kind of in charge now. We're in charge now, but they're just buying time, as I've explained. But these people, like, okay, some people that are talking about the moon were just making their rounds. They've made their rounds. If you do your homework, you'll see they've been on all of the channels that I'm speaking about. That everybody thinks these people are like great people. And I'm not saying that they're not individually great people, but they are knowingly pushing something that is not the full truth. And they know it. And that's not okay. In my book, it's not okay. Especially when you're an influential person, you know, a lot of them will do disclaimers. Oh, well, this is just my opinion, or oh, I don't really know, I'm just guessing, or so many different technicalities. Oh, this is just one point of view. No, you're hiding, like you're using that point of view to hide the truth and to get people to look away from the truth. And that bothers me. So I just wanted to say those few things, but there was somebody that's talking about the moon out there making their rounds again. And, no, I don't agree with anything they say. I have listened in the past, and I don't need to listen again. And I'm not going to make myself angry about these people, but I notice when they're on making their rounds, and I know what they're doing. They're working against people like me, is what they're doing. They're working against the hard work that we do to get the truth to you, who are also looking for the truth, who also have keys, who also want to interact with us and share your keys so we can put it all together and so that we can really be ruling. They don't want, that's just another way to buy time by putting more and more misinformation out there and making it, and they package it in a really nice package. So that would be what is considered the Antichrist, okay? I'm not calling individuals that necessarily, but that is what is going on, because they know. I'm rocking back and forth. I don't even know what I'm filming. We should be. I agree. Exactly. Thank you, Melissa. And I don't want to have to, you know what I mean? But we have all this recorded, and it's all being recorded whether we were watching it or not. They're watching from the heavens. They're watching from the technology that we do have, that we were born with, that's already in us. And so, yeah. And there's a lot to talk about with that. Like, there's another chip that got put at birth that we weren't supposed to have. And that carries a lot of the artificial intelligence in our mind's eye. So we are physically having to work against things that have been done. And we will, and we are. And, things are being done for us. Like, those things are being shut down, removed, made irrelevant. There's nothing to worry about. But it's why we don't remember, and like why we're remembering more now. And all of that. All of it. What are you guys up to? Intelligence is overrated. Is that right, E? Thanks, buddy. Looks like you got a nice car. Why is it making so much weird noise? Ew. Anyway, let me see if you get... Yeah, I know, thoughts. Thank you. Yeah, I've been tapping it. See, this is the live on YouTube. If I was doing my filming, obviously you guys know that I do this type of filming a lot, but even tapping on the screen isn't focusing or anything here. Yeah, I don't know why, but ooh, marijuana hot chocolate. Yeah, and cannabis has been one thing that's helped us get through, whether it be CBD or whatever. It actually helps us not buy into the propaganda. It helps break the mind control, and I know I personally used to be a smoker, like daily, and when it's not smoked, it is a healing substance that will heal anything and everything. So I'm a big advocate. It's legal as far as I know. In the fifth world, it's legal. You just have to proclaim your sovereignty and understand what that means and know that you're sovereign and you're free. And, that we make our own laws at a certain level. But God knows, okay? God knows where we're at. God has all of our numbers. So those numbers are being run all the time. Like, we don't even have to do anything. Like I said, all of this is being recorded, including what the artificial intelligence is doing and saying. It's all being recorded. So, I don't know. I guess they're lied to. They're lied to by, imagine, the father of lies. They're lied to. They're made to think that they're in control, for one. They're made to think that, they're kind of, what they want to say is brainwashed, but they're not. They know the truth. They choose to serve the artificial intelligence. And John X said something earlier about a solar flash coming, and it's almost like they make jokes, or I don't even know, but like he knows his audience. John X, shame on you, telling people that all RH negative people are going to be removed. I've been recording this for a while now. I said, you just watch, there's going to be something with the RH negative. That to me lets me know that that was a narrative that failed, and now it's a joke, okay? But it doesn't matter. But anyway, we won't get into the blood and all that. It doesn't freaking matter, honestly, necessarily. Obviously, we have things like spider webs coming down in the environment that are changing literally everything. And we have things coming from within that have activated that are changing everything, along with the sun and the moon and all of the energies that's changing everything in our body, our blood. God is in our blood once we start to break free. God is in our blood, okay? So, yeah, I know you know. And it's all being, you know, we're being watched, we're being recorded, we're being guided. There's positives and negatives, but he said something about that, and then he came back on and said, oh yeah, well, it might just be that the artificial intelligence is going to come and be taken care of. And that would be accurate. I don't know when. I have a little bit of an idea of some things that could be happening, but we are writing this story. That's why they keep us confused. So let's get back together. I don't know if you've tried to email me, Melissa, arielliberty@protonmail.com. I need to talk to you. And I only have like 2 emails in there that I haven't been able to check yet, but I'm looking for several from certain people. And that also keeps me from doing my work and emailing a few people, because I'm like, I can't, it's hard for me. It takes a lot of energy. And I'm like, if that doesn't go through, or if that's messed with or compromised, like, I don't know what I'm going to do. So it does stop me, but we're going to keep trying. Like, we'll never give up as long as we have a breath, which we're going to have a lot of breaths left. I'm going to keep trying, and I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to keep doing God's work no matter what. But please do know, like I came on, yeah, for sure. Oh, is that censorship? Show me, Sasquatch. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's when I used to have tons of people. Now, I've shown you I used to have tons of trolls coming in here left and right, and really trying to mess me up, trying to mess things up. And these are my friends that have been around and that are here, that have been here. So it's not censorship. They haven't removed anybody or anything like that, and they won't. They usually don't. God is in our blood, Facts. And Facts is here to do that type of thing. Like, Facts is one of the ones that's coming up against me and telling me I don't know about, like, because of my last title, I said aliens are here, or alien objects are here. Look up the word alien, first of all, before you attack me. Second of all, look through my channel and see. I am calling these extraterrestrial beings exactly who and what they are. And I have done a lot of studying on all of these subjects, so I think that I'm qualified. You might not, but I think I am. So I'm going to keep going. I love you, Dana. Yeah, that's over now. That's over. Facts. That's over now. We're free. But you have to realize it. You have to understand that. You might be at a stage where you still believe that, okay? And that will keep you enslaved. That will. I know, that's good. I've studied too my whole life. I'm a witness of Saturn. Exactly what you were just talking about. I am a witness of Saturn's oppression. So we have a lot in common if you say that you've studied that particular thing, but there's a point where you have to realize that it can't affect you anymore. And you can step away from all of that and not be ruled by it. And then it's hard to watch the rest of the world. I will give you that fact. It's hard to watch the rest of the world not understand what you're trying to say. And that's what I came on here to talk about, is that there's people that are trying to express what they believe on my page, on my channel, and they're being censored. And it's the weirdest thing, because I can see their comments. So they literally think that I'm censoring the crap out of them, and I'm not. They can't even come back and see their own comment, but I can. So that lets me know that it's being hidden from the people. That lets me know that they're handpicking. Like I said, I'll put the video where I went on a rage about this about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago now. It is hard to watch Venus Cupcake, isn't it? Planets don't exist. No, you and I have similar views. I think that it's hard because we click around and we don't listen to what everybody's saying because we don't know who to believe. You see a few views on mine and you're probably like, that girl does not know what she's talking about. Actually, I do, and I have the truth about the planets. You're right. They exist, but they are emanated. Like Jupiter is a brown star. A realm, or New Earth realm in particular, is emanated from New Earth, but we consciously have to rise to experience that particular realm. Saturn projects the 3D realm. So planetary spheres are realms on Earth. 100. I totally agree with you there. So it's not that they don't exist, but it is that they... Ooh, ancient Freemason government system. No, that sounds interesting. There's an ancient system. Are the Freemasons trying to call it their own? You know? I am compiling information on a lot of things having to do with the ancient Earth system, as well as the ancient, a little bit about the government and how it was run. But really what it comes down to is that love rules everything. And if it's not coming from love, then it's, you know, non-existent, like it doesn't work. But most people behave that way anyway. When they rise above all. That's why it's called rising above. And so once you get into the higher realms, you're already sovereign and free. So anyway, hopefully some more of this artificial intelligence will be wiped out and we won't have to be fed the crap every day. Possibly hacked during, yeah, King Solomon. Well, are you sure he didn't get him taken? I don't know, maybe. Yeah, well, they were stolen, yeah. They were stolen. Yeah, you know what? You're onto something, Big Red. You're definitely onto something. But yeah, keys were hijacked for sure. And then you see this ancient king list that, like, for instance, Rex from Leak Project keeps showing. They're not telling you. There's no women. Is there any women on that list? Because there were women that ruled for a while. Zeus was a big part of that for a long time, and I don't think he's on that list. So anytime the Holy Spirit incarnated and ruled and made her way to a rulership, his way to a ruler, whatever she was incarnated as at the time, made their way to the rulership, it was hidden and keys were stolen. You're absolutely right about that. Gee Willie, you said something about you got mad at me, and see, this is another form of, like, I understand. Like, you saw something that you've been told your whole life was a certain way, and then you saw me say Lucifer, the loving goddess, and you're like, what is wrong with her? What's happened to you? You said to me. I've been saying that for a long time. It's just that, and then I wonder why, like, I don't have views or something. But I think people know that everything's been inverted, and I do go into that. That's one of the subjects, like, you might have not been caught up with me for a while, so check back in some of my more recent videos when you have time. I actually speak about how that's possible and who that is. That's just another incarnation of Zeus. Most likely the current incarnation of Zeus, honestly. So, but yeah, that person, that individual, these people that have been incarnated as the first gods that are going to bring whoa, do you see that cool little sparkly light up there? Oh, it's so cool. The people that have been incarnated as the demigods or whatever, that really it's just going through this process. So there's a bunch of us, and we're helping guide to the truth. But a lot of us, not me, thank God, but some have been like sectioned off and taken the other way and used against us. So, you know, it's all being recorded. It's all being recorded. Really, it is. It's just people going through the process, the crazy spider webs covering everything, all of that. It's all the transformation. A bubble full of bubbles, for sure. Thanks, Gigi. Yeah. But they're going to keep trying. And there is going to be some sort of an event, possibly all at once, where the AI is taken care of. But, you know, these people had 7 years not to make war on humanity, which is what is being done right now. If they're trying to thwart the truth of the truth, or they're out there trying to discourage people or take them off the path of enlightenment, then they are part of the artificial intelligence, whether they realize it or not. They are serving Saturn. They're serving the Saturn system, and it's being recorded. And they just think they're going to be forgiven. But you guys had 7 years to repent of your ways and learn what I've learned. Just what I've done, you know. Now, my whole life, I've been a certain way, but that doesn't mean that I didn't have things that I needed to get right with God with. This 7 years that we're nearing the latter parts of was not to make war on humanity. It was for repentance. That's why it was the trials and tribulations. Now, Satan wants us to believe that it's only the end of, or it's just the beginning, or that tribulation hasn't started, or that we're being attacked. All of that stuff, you know, it's all, and that's what the masses think. So we've got a lot of work yet to do, and I think that can be discouraging for some, but not as much as we think. It's not that far out as we think. And there is a certain point where it's like you can reach out to these people, but then you find out that they're serving something that you don't serve. And you walk away and you don't worry. That person is being recorded by God. They have a number. They don't understand that. They have a number, and it's not going to be a pleasant thing for them come judgment time. And God uses numbers in judgment. So everything that we do every day, everything that's recorded, we are either adding or subtracting to our number or whatever. So yeah, 1111, that's right. We're there in Nevada too. Thank you for that info. Yeah, it is truly, I believe that is the crystalline transformation of the earth. And how it is, you know, that was spoken of in the Hopi prophecy about the webs being over everything, and a lot of people speculated that it was the 5G, but it's not. 5G is just a narrative to explain the frequencies that's the Holy Spirit arriving on scene and us rising up the cosmic spiral to meet them into higher realms, into heaven on earth, into Jupiter realm. That was just a narrative for the vibration that brings, is what I understand. I'm sure there's frequencies out there to try to stop this, but you can't stop this. You can't stop these vibrations, and you can't avoid them either. Hi, we are free. Yay, we are completely free of the nonsense. We are just trying to help people, you know, and that's why, like Thoughts and Perceptions said earlier, you know, we're just nice enough not to like call people out. Exactly. Exactly. I know you understand. But isn't it frustrating? And I was thinking about you earlier, Thoughts and Perceptions out loud, because I'm like, she's just on her own journey. She has so many keys, but you were just at a different stage than I was when you really started learning, and you got taken down some roads because these people seemed intelligent and they seem, you know, like they're giving the truth. And you had to weed the truth out of the narrative, and that you did. And here you are. And I'm so proud of you. That's all that matters. We're gonna like, we can listen to anything, we can be a part of things, but once you realize that something is working against humanity or working against sovereignty, then that's when I personally step away. That is when I step away. Hi, Soul Illumination. What's up? Love you. Oh, thanks, Young Spirit. I'm so glad. See, that's another one. She was like, I can't comment on her stuff. I saw it on, anyway, it's a long story, but I was, thank God, I saw a comment where she was like, yeah, I don't know why I can't comment. I'm like, oh, please try again. Please try again, because I do work to remove these strongholds every day in my life, and it's working slowly but surely. But yeah, God will not forsake us. Keep seeking, and the righteous one will never be put to shame or be left hindered or left undone. That will never happen. God will never leave the righteous one hanging for too long. Like, a lot of times we are on a path and we're learning, so just keep trusting, you know, keep trusting and having faith. And I gotta go because I'm gonna run, but I love you all. I'll see you all soon.